Good morning, everybody. Crafting Journey here, that Journey chick on Instagram. Welcome to all my new subscribers. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you found your way to the channel. I think you're going to like the content. It's very different. But first, a little chit chat. How was your weekend? Um, Mine was pretty darn good. Spent a lot of time like on social media. You know, I had that special announcement on Saturday night. You know, I did my Saturday morning show. Saturday night, I had the special announcement. If you didn't see that, there's a diamond painting, Treasure Studios Arts, $50 giveaway, $50 gift card. Check that video out. I'll put it up here in the corner or right there. Um, so check that out so you can find out how to enter to that giveaway. So I'm back to Alice Lost. Oh, and then that Saturday night, I'm all over the place today. Saturday night, I went on the Zoom meeting that Crystal sponsors for, you know, crafty creators, or I don't know, crafty people. But we didn't talk. We just chit chatted. It was so much fun. Popcorn and wine, and it was fun. Yeah. And it went all night. Now, I'm not going to lie, I didn't stay on it all night. I went to bed, got back up, and then at 5 o'clock in the morning, when I went to let the dog out, they were still on. I'm like, oh my God, you guys. Not everybody, but like a different set of people. So yes, we're back to Alice Lost. You'll see over here the progress that I made on the dormouse. Oh, so much fun, those rounds. Treasure Studios rounds, but now we're doing Diamond Art Club squares, y'all. Yeah, and back to multi-placing here. Let's see. I put fresh wax in. Fresh wax. Oh, that's gonna do the trick. I need one of those 20 placers. Um, I digress. So we can just, you know why I'm being goofy? Because it's National Goof Off Day. So do something goofy today. Like, don't work so hard, you know, take the day. Like, even if you're at work, goof off. Go get a third cup of coffee, you know, take a walk around the building. I don't know. Lots of ways to goof off. It's National Goof Off Day. You could have some sock races at work. You could play charades, build a blanket fort at home. Those were always fun when the kids were little, weren't they? You could write a song. I write the song that makes the whole world sing. Where did that come from? God. Anyway, that's the National Goof Off Day. I hear him. Our co-host is coming in the room. Ready? Ready? Come on. Here comes Jake, the grand entrance. Hi, but he's not going to come on camera. Hi, buddy. Go lay down on your bed over there. Over. He's thinking about it. He's like, He's got to check everything out first to make sure that that's a good place to lay down. What else is going on? Oh, God, what I woke up to this morning. So my son calls me this morning. Bad news, Mom. I'm like, oh, please don't. Let's not start our Monday with bad news, Mom. His grandmother passed away. Now, she was my ex-husband's mother. So, my poor son, she passed away in her sleep. It was not unexpected. She had a really bad cancer that started like right on her chin. She had a little mark there, and she ignored it for years, and it turned into this horrendous cancer, and they wanted to treat it, and she said, no, 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 it's too painful, and she wouldn't let them do it. And oh, the pictures of her later on in, the last few years with that big cancer on her chin was just horrible. But so, I mean, my son lost his father last February from COVID. Then a month later, he loses his grandfather, just, natural causes. And then a year after that, like 1 year, almost a year to the date, like his wife passes away in her sleep. So, three people in, just almost a year's span of time. He's been through a lot, but his grandparents are in a better place. They were both very elderly. Um, I was not that close to my mother-in-law, as sometimes happens. But, and we, frankly, after my ex and I divorced, we kind of lost touch. So it's not something I need the day off for. But you never know. Maybe I could milk this, Look what I got out. Look, look. This is my road to exercise. Like, I'm taking baby steps back to exercising. So now I found the watch, the Apple Watch, found the charger, looking all over the house for it at 1 o'clock in the morning. What was I thinking? Laying there in bed going, I would like to have that Apple Watch for when I start exercising. I'm crazy. So I get up, I find the charger, find the watch, clean it off because it had it was in the bathroom. It had like toothpaste all over it. So no notifications. Okay, I don't even know if it's synchronized to my phone, but I'll do all that later. But it tracks your steps. So, I'll start looking at my steps and increasing them every day. This is my baby steps road to exercise. It's not a new segment. Nuh-uh, we're not doing that. Because then I don't want anybody holding me accountable. Nope. How did we get a purple all the way over here? And another black and another purple. Oh my goodness. So, if y'all missed Crashly last night, she had a good show. She crafts with Crashly. She had S.L. Turner on. He's an artist from Treasure Studios Arts. He did an Alice release, a Mad as a Hatter, I believe is what the artwork is called. If I remember, I'll put a picture here of it. It's available from Treasure Studios Arts. You can use my code Rebecca15 for a 15% discount off your purchase of $40 or more. What you really might want to get is that one over there, the Dormouse. Awesome. Oh my God. Awesome. And wait till you see what's coming. Oh my God. I got an email or a text. What do you call it on Instagram? A message on Instagram from Rachel about the new artwork. I got to see the Lizzies that are coming. Oh, you guys are going to be blown away. Blown away. Honest to God. I love Lizzie. And then a whole bunch of new artists. So, oh my God, you guys. It's going to be great. Going to be great. Especially for Lizzie fans. You guys are going to be, oh man. Just wait. Just put brand new wax in here. Brand new wax. I have a video. I never knew. You never know sometimes when you do videos how well they're going to do. So I have this video that's titled Best Wax Ever. If I can put a link to it up here, I will do that. But people are still watching that video after months. And in it, I talk about the best wax ever, which I love to use, and that's this museum wax. But I will qualify that by saying I don't think it works as well in the metal four placers or the everlasting tips, whatever you guys call them. It works very well in the plastic, but not. I've had to go back to regular wax in my metal four placers. But it also talks about the microdots. So I believe I put microdots in there. Maybe, maybe not. I haven't even watched it. It's been so long. I don't even know what I put in there. But anyway, check that out. Oh, it's coming along nicely. We're like at the halfway point here. Why am I singing? I don't know. Let's talk about Judge, Jury, and Journey. And no, I haven't chosen a song yet. Um, that's another little project that I'll get to one of these days. Why is my wallet sitting here? What did I buy? My wallet is sitting right here. Did I make a purchase in here yesterday? What? I don't remember. Oh, I did. You know what I bought? Oh my God, you guys. I just remembered what I bought. Yesterday during my Sunday live, which, oh my God, it was so much fun. I had Bev B Diamond Paints on. Check that out. She's a new creator, and I was able to get her a lot of new subscribers, and I'm so, so happy for her. She's so sweet. So check her out. Um, so anyway, people, she had this chair, this gaming chair that like kind of wraps around you, and it looked so comfy. And Robin loves reading. Robin loves reading. I don't know what her full thing. Robin loves reading and all the things, something like that. I love Robin. Anyway, in the Zoom meeting the other night, she had a racing chair. Same thing. And both of them said super comfortable. You can get them with footrests, massage things. You know, they won't do your nails or anything like that. But so they're like $159 on Amazon. And it came in pink and white. Oh my God. I was like, oh, click. That's in my cart. Thank you, government stimulus. Uh, then I ordered another one. I ordered two. I ordered a blue one for my office because I'm not dragging this chair from one place to the other. So I'll have a, because both of these chairs, this one that I'm sitting on now and the one I have in my office with the hydraulics that go down over time, um, I'm just gonna throw them out. They're crap. I've had them for years. One of my, I think this one my son gave me, and it's like all rickety. And so for $300, I've got two new chairs coming. And she said they were easy to put together. Maybe I'll set up a tripod, and you guys can encourage me. It'll be funny. You should have seen me the other day putting together the printer table I bought. Some curse words came out of my mouth. And you know me, I'm nice and wholesome. I don't usually do that. The dogs were running out of the room. They're like, what's wrong with mommy? Yeah. But I got it put together. It was one of those things where you have to use a little Allen wrench, but then you have to like hold the pieces together while you're doing it. It's, yeah, nightmare. All right. Oh, I said we were doing Judge, Jury, and Journey. Okay. So the George Floyd trial jury selection will commence. And I want to say that they only need one or two more jurors. I thought it was 12 at the end of Friday. Someone said it was 13. Um, in any case, they need one more or two more. And once that's done this week, they're done for the week because they're not going to start the trial till March 29th. So good thing we have this other trial to talk about, the Melissa Martenko. Oh no, Michelle Martenko. You know, Marissa, Melissa, Michelle, all these names. But Michelle was a very, like 1979 when this happened. That was a very, you know, that everybody was Michelle. Now everybody's a Lauren. But back then there was a lot of Michelles. So I listened to day one of her trial. Um, and, you know, I shouldn't laugh because it's a murder trial, but, you know, it's a cold case murder trial. So everybody is old. Now I'm not talking about her friends that are my age, not my age old. I'm just old, funny old, you know, not old, like ancient old. So The first guy comes in. He's an investigator, and he's like shuffling into the room, and the judge is like, over here, this way, over here, over here, over here. Okay, now, yep, you got to climb the stairs. Yep, yep, there you go, there you go. He was 80, and bless his heart, his mind was sharp as a tack. He was very professional. Um, but poor thing, he was testifying. He was the person that found the vehicle. So what happened was he the person that found the vehicle? No, the one guy came up first. He was the person that found the vehicle. What happened was they got a call. Um, I suspect probably from the parents, called the police department, and they were asked if they could go out to the mall and check to see if her vehicle was out there because she hadn't come home. So he's like, okay, I'm in the area, I'll go check. And she was in what they call the lower area of the parking lot. So he does find the vehicle and he approaches the vehicle, and yeah, he approaches the vehicle. It's very, very cold out. You know, we're in Iowa. It's freezing. It's December. He said the car was covered in frost, so you really couldn't see in the windows. The doors were all locked except the front passenger door. Now, he had gloves on, so he opened the door and could see that there was a dead body in there. He said, I could see there were no signs of life, blood everywhere. So he called for backup, and and wow. So, and this is the funny, yeah, he called for backup, and then once the backup got there, he had to he had to leave. Once the backup was there, he had to leave, go to a payphone and call into like the police commander or whatever and tell him what was going on the scene, because they didn't want it on the radio, and there were no cell phones back then. So it is such a dreary day out. I think it's just going to rain all day. I'm squirreling. Anyway, so he calls in what they call the ID person, which is the crime scene investigator. Now, that's the old guy I told you about. So he comes in and he's telling everybody how he processed the crime scene. Um, so, that was interesting. He collected the dress. And what I never heard was, did she have money in her pocket? Nobody ever asked, did you find anything in her pockets, like money? At least I haven't heard that yet. Um, and what happened was because it was so cold, they could not process the car on the scene because everything was frozen. The blood was frozen. They needed everything to kind of thaw out, and warm up. So they towed the vehicle back to the police station, and everybody waited for 2-3 hours for the car to thaw out. This is the craziest thing I've ever heard, right? So they waited for it to thaw out. Then they got paramedics to get her out of the vehicle, into an ambulance and off to the morgue. And they did so without like putting their hands under her shoulders. Now, I saw one picture of her. It looked like she may have been in the driver's seat, but somehow during the struggle, she ends up on the floorboard of the passenger seat, kind of like crunched down like this with her head up against the seat and her legs like over by the steering wheel. It was really weird, the position that she was in. But so the paramedic puts the gloves on and he reaches in, because she probably wasn't very heavy, and he just pulls her out without disturbing any of the evidence. And then the investigator goes to the autopsy and he bags, all the clothing and sends it off to evidence. So then the next witness comes in, Now we've got the hobbling witness. Now we've got the witness that is deaf. So he kind of hobbles in and he sits down. He can't hear a damn thing. Now he says he can read lips. So they rearrange the courtroom so that like the people are right in front of him and he can read their lips. And what was his role? Oh, I can't remember what his role. It's all about the investigation and the evidence that was collected, and so and then the defense attorney, who's got this big old white mustache, the guy looks at him and he goes, "I can't read lips when you have a mustache." and, and the attorney jokingly says, "Well, I'm not going to shave it off. My wife wouldn't like that." And the guy goes, "Huh? What? What?" They ask him a question and he'd go, "What? Huh?" It was so funny. I believe that was the medical examiner. Yeah, that was that the medical examiner? No, the next guy's the medical examiner. Yeah. So this was another one of the investigators. So it was just funny. Oh my God. And so eventually the court reporter would start taking down the question, and then she would show him the question, and he'd look over and he'd read it, and then he'd go, "No." So then they'd ask the next question. He'd look over and he'd read it and he'd go, "Yes." I was dying. Those poor attorneys. So, oh my God. And then the medical examiner comes. This is just like the comedy. Like each person that came in, it was like this different affliction, you know. So the judge starts out by apologizing to the jury that it took them so long, but they had to rearrange some furniture. So here comes the next witness in his little motor scooter. Zoo. And he backs up to the witness stand. Now he can't get up and get into the witness stand. So they bring everything down to him. And so they're, and I may be getting these guys mixed up, but the one guy, the medical examiner, he was so funny. I think that was the guy that was hard of hearing, the medical examiner. He was asked a question. He'd be asked a question, but you could tell he had been in the courtroom so many times in his lifetime. He had all of this memorized. So the attorney asked him a question. And he's like, "No, first you want to know about pathology. What's the difference between anatomic?" And he starts going on about the difference, and the poor attorney's like rolling his eyes, and then so he asks him another question. Then he goes, "No, no, no. Now you want to know about my background and education as an expert." And I mean, the guy was totally right. So then he goes into all like just this whole litany of his background and education, and he would digress a few times, and he's like, "Oh, funny thing happened," and he would talk about, and the attorney, it looked like they didn't know how to stop him from talking. But then, he was very, all these guys had their wits about them. They just had physical ailments. They were all 79, 80, 82, So, and one of the guys was like, he'd pause between the question and he'd go, I thought they were going to have to resuscitate him. It was like when he was thinking. I'm like, oh my God. This is the problem with a cold case. The investigators are all ancient. Oh, I felt so bad for the attorneys. Anyway, they got through it. Now I expect they're going to start, because there's a lot of different witnesses that had to do with the investigation, more, as it became more current, because people over the years investigated it. Her clothing was sent to the FBI lab. Blood and fingerprints were collected at the scene. from various areas. The crime scene investigator said he could tell that the person that did the attack very likely would have had blood on him, and very likely he was wearing gloves. They found a glove pattern, almost like that Rubbermaid pattern that you see, that crisscross pattern. And the medical examiner said she had 11 stab wounds, like a total of 23 wounds, 11 of them which were like punctures, actual stab wounds. Then he described that some of the other wounds were more like slashes. Poor woman, she struggled. She really struggled. But the wound that killed her was the one that went through her mid-sternum and punctured like her aorta. He said she would have bled out within minutes, so she died of blood loss. She bled to death. So sad. My baton twirler friend. So sad. Oh, we're up to 6 baton twirlers now. Mickey was a baton twirler, and Tia was a baton twirler. There's 6 of us. The geriatric baton twirling squad. I know, how funny. Can you see me and Tia with our big old shoulders coming down the street? Yeah, that would be funny. Oh my word. How are we doing for time? Oh, we're good. We're good. Let's do this day in history before we run out of time. I'll pull it up. I found an interesting one this morning. Oh, do y'all remember the movie The Titanic? James Cameron won 11 Academy Awards on March 23rd, 1998 for The Titanic. Now, they said he was like a dictator on the set. Like, they shot it down in Mexico. The original budget for the Titanic was $100 million. It ended up costing them $200 million. They built a 90% replica of the Titanic and put it in 17,000 gallons of water down in Mexico, where the weather was horrendous, and the people complained that he would keep them on the set for 20 hours at a time. But the film went on to gross over $1 billion. So he's lucky. He's really lucky, because that could have tanked that whole company, and has before with other companies. So, I mean, that was a great movie. Remember? She's on the bow of the ship, pretending she can fly. Yeah, that was a great movie. And the scene where they're in that vehicle and the windows fog up and you see her hand. That was awesome. That was really awesome. So before I forget, guys, this weekend, Saturday, I don't know what day Saturday is. It's Saturday. We all know when Saturday comes along. Saturday at 5 p.m., I'm going to be on Wambui Made It's live. I think you remember a couple weeks back, I had Wambui on my show. And she's the sweetest lady. Oh my God, she lives in New York. She's taught herself how to loom knit by sitting there. She was an usher at Hamilton, the Broadway play Hamilton. So she saw it hundreds of times. So she would sit during the actual performance and loom knit. I loved it. I love it. So cool. Anyway, so I'm going to be on her show Saturday. Check that out. Once I see the thumbnail, I will share it with you guys. So that is today's show. Happy Monday. I don't dance on Monday. Sorry, just Fridays and whenever else I feel like it. And I'm getting a kitty from Crashly. I can't wait. We're going to have a Name the Kitty contest. Yes, it's a male, black and white. And right now, you can't really tell what he looks like. He's like this big. He's so cute. I was up half the night last night. Half the night. I just could not sleep. So finally, I got up, opened my work computer, and started doing work. Because that always makes me tired. And it did. I worked for probably 2 hours on this project that I'm working on. And after that, sound asleep. And I don't want to do that every night because that's boring. What was I watching on TV? Oh, I was watching this new show called Marriage or Mortgage. It's on Netflix. And the people, they get these couples. It's like a combination of a lot of these different shows where they have to pick a house or they have a wedding. So they have these two women. It's based out of Nashville, Tennessee. And these two women, one's a wedding planner, one's a realtor, but they work together. And so the realtor goes out, shows the couple 3 houses that will fit the bill, because they've said what they want. And then they've told the wedding planner what kind of wedding they want. And they said, here we've got $30,000. We can either have a $30,000 wedding or we can put $30,000 down on a house. So it's interesting, so you get to see like what the wedding planner has suggested, and then you get to see the 3 different houses that they have to choose from, and then they have to choose one. At the end they say, now if you were to decide right now, which house would you want? And they pick one. So then in the end they come before the planner and the realtor, and then they get a bunch of perks thrown in, like, the one I watched last night, the builder's going to throw in $12,000 for you to buy appliances. And they're like, what? Or the wedding one where she'll throw, instead of 1 trolley, you get 2 trolleys, or, something like that. Or you get free signature drinks, or, so they always throw something in. And then the couple has to make the decision. Do they want a wedding? Do they want a house? And the 2 episodes I've seen, one chose wedding, one chose house. It's interesting. The couple that chose the wedding, though, I felt so bad because then COVID hit and they couldn't have the wedding that they envisioned. They had to scale it down, make it just for family. I suspect it didn't end up costing them near as much as what they had thought. It's kind of sad. Anyway. So that's what I was watching, and now it's time to go. I gotta go to work. Work. Oh, I can't say that too loudly. If I say it too loudly, the dogs get upset. Especially Tootsie. Now there's Jake. See? There he is. Like just a little cocoon there, because he loves the heater. Tootsie has probably planted herself in front of the front window because she likes to watch what's going on outside. All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow in the morning. Lots of lives tonight. Check everybody out. I'll see you in the next show. Love you.